You know, what inspired me to become a speaker is I just love making an impact. I mean, certainly there's an opportunity to travel and meet people, but more than anything for me, it's helping people see the world differently and helping them perhaps crack through some of their barriers. The most rewarding thing as a speaker is when you get an email 6 months later, someone saying, hey, you made a real difference in my life. We started a new company, we launched a new product, I'm doing something different with my kids. So to have the privilege really to be in front of people and make a difference, boy, I can't think of anything better. I do have a little bit of advice for aspiring speakers. One is certainly be authentic, do what you love, follow the topics that you're passionate about, not what you think is just going to book the most engagements. And also, I think, study the craft, treat it seriously. In the same way that a professional athlete works on his or her game, or a professional in the theater or in the movies, it's just because you're able to have a conversation doesn't mean you're a professional speaker. And I certainly have a long way to go, but I still study the craft. I work hard to look at everything from gesture to how you're breathing, to where you're standing, to how you're interacting. And so it's about shaping meaningful content, and it's also about delivering it in a high quality and professional way. And the more of us that can treat this business seriously and really take this craft as something important to continue to evolve, I think everybody benefits. In terms of preparing for a talk, the first thing I like to do is really get to know who I'm speaking to and who I'm speaking for. So I want to understand what are their objectives, who's the competition, what's keeping them up at night, what are the folks in the audience doing. I think the best thing a speaker can think about is knowing that it's not about them, it's about the audience. And so the more I can get in their heads and understand what's going on in their lives, then I can deliver content that's relevant and meaningful. I don't have any particular like warm-up, jump up and down type stuff, but I just start thinking 10 minutes or so before I get on stage what it's like to be the people in the audience. What are they going through? What is their day like? And how can I be the most helpful? I do remember many tough circumstances. There's been times when the audio is terrible, when somebody, you click to show your video and it doesn't work right, where there's staging, there's blocked seats. So I've been in just every type of venue you can imagine. And like the old saying in Hollywood goes, the show must go on. I think it's incumbent on the speaker to make sure that no matter what the external circumstances may or may not be, it's your job to deliver. There was one point in the talk right before mine, one time at an event, that the fire alarms went off, and everyone was split for 40 minutes until they could get everything back. Totally blew the momentum and the pace of the event. But again, I have to come up there and deliver 110% and make sure that the audience is engaged. So I think if a speaker is blaming anything other than themselves, they've got the story wrong. It's up to the speaker to deal with any external challenges or circumstances and bring it together in a professional and meaningful way. I'm so lucky because I invested in tech startups. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and I love to speak. So I'm doing really what I not only believe I'm here to do, but it's sort of like a calling. So if money was up or down, it wouldn't even matter. I'd still do what I'm doing. That being said, the only thing I would do differently, if I could do anything else and I had more time, would be to play jazz guitar. I just love playing music. I often incorporate it in my talks. And there's just some magic and beauty of the rawness of jazz where you get up in front of an audience and everything is unrehearsed. It's totally improvised. And you're naked, but at the same time, you're in a situation where you have to innovate in real time. And when that comes together, you lose all sight of, all track of sound and time, and you just become so immersed in the music. And there are these points where you just get totally lost in it. And then you look up and you're sort of startled that people are clapping. And you forgot that you were even in the room because you got so deep in the art form. So I just love that. I find it inspiring, not only playing, but also listening and contributing with others. Oh, my desert island album pick would have to be Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. There's also has the term blue in it, an album called Blue Train by John Coltrane. And really, they're not so much alike, but they both are incredible, powerful, and amazingly innovative works of art.